I would never ruin our live stream by talking when you go live.
And good evening.
Oh my Lord! We can't even just start off right. We just can't even start off right.
I love that song.
That song is bumping though. That song is bumping.
Good evening. The League of Excellent Extraordinary Negroes. We are here to talk about Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
And this is part 2 of our discussion of Wakanda Forever.
Lord help us.
I believe that this episode we are going to talk about spoilers.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So spoilers are ahead.
You had 10 days. I mean,
Yeah, if you ain't seen it by this point, that's your fault.
That's something wrong. Something wrong at this point.
You done got paid.
I let them all on the screen this time.
Yes.
Last time there were some issues. We're not going to go backwards.
Issues.
I'm
feeling shaded.
I know. She's like, we're not going to go back to the past that I'm talking about now.
Yeah, don't go back there. Don't go back there.
I'm Jade.
Great.
Go next.
No,
I'm Stephanie. Yep.
I am Mick.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Marcus.
Okay, so we've all been, talking about Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
For a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-oh.
The question of the day is
Okay.
if we lived in the MCU and you could hang out with one person that appears in Wakanda Forever, who would it be?
Define hang out, because I would be there with Fishman, but we might have different.
One.
Here we go. We just going down.
One meal, one activity, 4-hour maximum.
See, I was gonna say M'Baku, but I'm not a vegetarian, so I don't want it to be a meal. But he's still my answer. He's a scholar, and I like that.
So you say M'Baku?
Oh, that's my answer, 100%.
Okay.
I'll go M'Baku too. He seems cool.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Just, he seems fun, and if there's actually going to be a fight, you're safer near him than anywhere else.
Yeah, that's true.
Assuming you're not currently surrounded by heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
Crystal. Okay, Killmonger. I don't know. He feisty.
Killmonger? Nah. That's all right.
I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. So I was talking to my friend about this today. Like, he's not wrong. Like I kind of like him. I feel like he's got some good points, and we might agree on some
He
things.
has points, but he is kind of cuckoo.
Aren't we all?
Well,
I don't think it's fair
not
to
that
judge.
way. Not that way.
so
I would kick it. Okay, so Fishman, but that's for the nighttime show. I would also like to kick with Okoye. I feel like I feel like she likes to turn up when she's not in Dora Milaje mode. Like I feel like she throws down.
She is funny. Little girl. Like she's funny.
Right, she was coming for necks in this movie. Like she was not playing. I would also like to hang out with Angela Bassett as Angela Bassett. That's just a separate point.
yeah, I think my initial thought was M'Baku, but no, I want to go shopping with Queen Ramonda.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna spend my day.
You know, she don't shop. That was all made for her.
Whatever, however it comes.
She looked good. She looked real good.
However it comes. Okay, so we have some folks that are saying hello in the chat. Crystal, how you doing? Good to see you. Tony, what's up?
Hey.
Regina or Gina.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Here we go.
Every time he came up out the water.
Oh goodness, he's strong too.
Every time.
Okay,
And his
so-
voice. And that bone. Ooh. Just yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So,
it was giving all the things.
so Crystal chooses Killmonger in the ancestral plane.
She's gonna bring him to the good side. So she's like,
Okay.
it's good. Like
Okay, all right, okay.
he's
all
an
right.
anti-hero, maybe. I don't
I
know.
also feel like Riri
No,
knows.
he ain't no anti-hero.
Okay.
I think Riri knows how to have a good
Namor is the anti-hero.
Oh, Riri, definitely. I mean,
She can go to the Bulls game and then she can go. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
right. And Tony, you pick Shuri. Okay.
I like Shuri.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was just so sad the whole time. I don't know if I can kick it with her right now.
They gave her plenty
Her
of reasons.
style is great though.
Yes.
Okay.
She's got swag. Like
All right. So so we're going to start talking about Wakanda Forever. I'm not really sure where you would like to begin today. I feel like I want one of those little things to go and then pick a topic. 2023, Nick, get on it. That's what I want.
Well, just to start off, I think Dr. Doom was in the movie, but I think they cut him out because I'm hearing rumors that he was supposed to be in there, but they cut him out because the part where they talk with the
Riri.
Yeah, Riri was talking about, the professor. Well, they talked about the professor that had her, her project and then gave it to the government.
Stole it from her.
Yeah, we got to get some more details of who that is. And someone who was in education and doing some crazy stuff was
Stealing.
Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom was doing that stuff. So they kind of put that out there, and no one really explained it anymore.
I don't think that Dr. Doom was in this movie, but I think that we may be meeting him soon, and that's all I can say.
And if Dr. Doom were in this movie, that's not where I would put him. Like,
really?
Whoever did that was just a pure opportunist, and Dr. Doom is a genius on his own. I don't think he'd have to steal somebody else's stuff. He'd just do it himself.
Well, Riri said somebody, the professor gave her a challenge. And that sounds like something he would do to give her a challenge because he knows she's smart too. So,
Listen, Mick, I love this. If you don't know Dr. Doom, where would you find him at if you're not familiar with
The
him?
You don't know
Fantastic
Dr. Doom,
Four.
do you, Stephanie? You don't know him, do you?
The Fantastic Four.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
He was
Good.
the guy that had to wear the mask because his face started falling off or something.
Yeah. He's an evil
Victor
guy.
Von
Real
Doom.
evil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have not seen it in a long time.
He's the dictator over the country. He's that's right next to where they were, where Baron Zemo was. Baron Zemo. Yeah.
Okay.
Latvia? Latveria.
Latveria, because
Latveria.
real place. Latveria.
Yeah, I think he's
Right,
the dictator over that. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay.
But that's a connection, that they didn't. I think they just hung out there, just like in the other one where they said, "Oh, there was an earthquake under the water." That was Namor. So
Okay, but this movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes long. They didn't have time to stick anything else in here.
Well, in the post credits though,
Okay, well let's go to that point. So they introduce Riri as Ironheart. Stay there for a second. Is it a good introduction? Is it tacked on, or is it a waste of time?
No, she was supposed to be in this movie. Where else would you
I know.
put her?
I'm asking.
Do they call her
Does it work?
Ironheart though in the movie?
Does it work? They
Yeah,
do not
it
call her
works
Ironheart.
fine.
I think it's a great introduction.
Yeah, it's a good introduction.
I also want to stand up for her suit. Her suit did not have cornrows. The suit had cornrows, and that I think is important.
And another thing is that the one thing I did hate is that they didn't bring Tony Stark as her mentor in it. That's the one thing I was way disappointed about. I wanted Tony Stark, Tony Stark would have said, "Hey, I know you're smarter than me, so I'm gonna kind of be your mentor." So something like that.
Tony's deceased.
Well, no. You could put him somewhere. They could have did something with that.
There is still
RDJ
an
is
Ironheart
gone.
show.
Yeah, there's an Ironheart show.
They could do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Just give them time.
That was the point.
This wasn't the Ironheart show.
It was to introduce her character so that people were prepared for the series that's coming out next year.
Yeah.
And I'm prepared and excited. But that dorm room, do dorm rooms look like that? I was just like, hold up. Why
that was like a Wakanda dorm room. That's what it was.
It's a lot of light.
That was a lot in that dorm room.
Wait, but where was she? I'm trying to remember. MIT.
So you look like that?
They have money there. Let's put it that
Tony
way.
has a question. I feel like we did need Riri just because.
Yes.
Yeah, we needed it. Yeah.
I mean, he's only the inciting incident of the
Thank you.
Yeah.
Those are the exact words I'm about to use.
Without Riri, there would be no tool to find the vibranium in the water, and then the whole movie wouldn't have happened.
Well, we didn't need.
I mean, they could have given another reason, but I mean, then it just would have been another character that would have existed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
just
Riri
tell the truth.
Well in this world.
Yeah, but who we didn't need was CIA Val. We didn't need her, but I know that MCU probably said put her in there.
I did not need her.
Off Phase 5, but we really didn't need her. We didn't need her.
I feel like it needed at least 2 white people.
Well, and it also
I thought you were gonna say a villain, but
it also raised the stakes for that particular situation. I feel like this movie got kind of lost in emotion in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And so we needed something else to actually raise the stakes and remind us that it was supposed to be an action film.
And it
So
also
basically
is
just
taking place in a larger world.
That's what it basically was, just introducing Phase 5.
They've been doing that slowly the whole time, across all their TV shows, and just now getting really into the movies. It's like,
okay,
let's
so
show you
we
all the
only
younger
seen
Avengers
her
stuff.
in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Have we seen her somewhere else?
Oh, really?
She was in a Black Widow.
Wow.
Yeah, she was in Black Widow.
She was
I
in the movie.
supported most of Black
Wait,
Widow.
She was in the movie for a scene.
What'd you say?
Yeah, she was in that movie for one scene.
She was in Black Widow, but she was also at the end of
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hawkeye.
She was Hawkeye too?
She was at the end of Hawkeye.
Yeah, she was in Hawkeye too. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I had to do it the thing.
Yeah, you had to go all the way back. You were
right. Right. I almost forgot about that. Was that last Christmas?
I think so.
It was a Christmas show.
It was Christmas themed, and
Wait,
it
like
was not
Diver.
recent.
No.
Okay, Grant corrected me. She was not in Hawkeye.
She was not at the like an end credit scene or something.
Val, right?
I was trying to remember.
No, Grant said she was not. Grant said she was
I
not.
don't remember where she showed up. She just keeps showing up.
So I know she was in Captain.
Yeah, we know
the Winter Soldier.
She was a Falcon.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so she met. I want to say call her name Martina Navratilova, but I know that's not her name.
No, that's not her name.
That's
Please, I can't say that because Grant was busting here again.
Correct me. Natasha's sister. That's all I remember.
Quick.
What is Natasha's sister's name? And I love her more than
Yelena.
Yelena. Yes. Anyway, she met Yelena, and that I guess it was then that she gave her the picture of what's his name. But I thought she showed up again, but I guess that was Kingpin that showed up in Hawkeye.
That was Kingpin.
That was Kingpin. Yep.
Right. Okay. So.
And Echo. Yeah, because Echo's supposed to have a TV show too.
Oh, God.
I was living for Echo. That was great.
There are so many.
Echo's going to be good.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of shows.
In these shows.
It's a lot of shows.
So we needed Riri.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We did or did not need Val.
We didn't need Val.
I did.
I could live without her.
I mean, the movie's long.
I mean, she was the shortest parts.
She was. If you cut all those parts out, you have to slot them in somewhere and keep people. Like, if you were a larger MCU person and not just a Black Panther person, there was very little larger implications if you take her scenes out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Because she's the one talking to Bilbo Baggins.
Called him Bilbo Baggins. He went all the way to the Lord of the Rings.
I don't remember his name.
Wow.
Martin Freeman?
I don't know what his name is. What is his name?
Bilbo Baggins.
FBI dude.
Right. But then we
I guess Watson. Okay.
Right. Also Watson. But it was important because we find out that they were married.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't mind her.
Well, I mean, and they're also setting up the Thunderbolts. We know that the Thunderbolts are coming, so
Right. So
it's cool.
Who is she recruiting in Wakanda Forever?
Who? Well, they see, I gotta go call Grant. Now, come on, man.
Did
you know he gonna come in
anybody,
here,
or she was just.
Because I think they already set up everybody already from what you see the advertisement. Everybody's ready to go. I don't think she got anybody from Wakanda Forever. Unless she brings in Namor.
I think she was just getting after Everett Ross.
We're going to call him by his government name. Okay, Ross.
We're going to call him by his government name.
Right.
Yeah.
Like colonize one.
AKA Bilbo Baggins. Okay.
Because I think isn't Harrison Ford coming in to replace Homeboy?
Yes.
The one that died.
Yes.
I've heard that. Is that actually the case?
Yes. Okay. Yes, he is. Right. Harrison Ford is coming in, and the conversation is you don't get Harrison Ford if you don't expect for him to be something major.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So, wait, so we have Harrison Ford money, but not Angela Bassett money? I just need some clarity.
You can always have Harrison Ford money. You're going to have that.
Okay.
I mean,
well, actually, okay. So after seeing the film, I am not exactly sure that is why she died anymore.
Okay.
I think that they wanted to extend Shuri's grief for as long as they could.
Ugh.
That was like the whole point of this film was like breaking through grief. And so I think that she did have to die. I'm
still mad at him, Nick, though. I'm still mad at him. I think she did have to die. And as much as it upset me, because I was like, now we have 7 more hours of sadness. Oh, she got to put that up too?
I was like, yo, I get it. I understand.
Oh.
But this movie was so... I mean, most of the scenes were just monologues about how sad they were. And I was like, I can't.
There you go.
Like,
There were audible gasps in our theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
It was a blow. And it wasn't something that you expected. But again, I think she was going to go in the original script too. I think T'Challa was going to have to lose her too.
Jeez, and
I mean, can we keep some of our black folk? Come on.
Called storytelling. This is how you do it. I mean, you gotta amp up the stakes for your hero.
Angela Bassett is not the only black person in the movie. I think
we try to keep as many as we can.
There's a whole lot of other people.
It don't matter. We gotta keep as many as we can
in the movie.
Okay. Can we
No,
talk about her character?
Yes.
Cause she was mad. Like she was big mad. Like she had been mad at Koye for a minute. And she was like, I'm gonna say my thing today.
Yeah,
Like,
she was a little angry.
That scene was a lot. I felt
like,
that.
I didn't loan you my car. I let you out of here with my daughter. And you came back with an apology and a promise you're going to take your pointy sticks and go handle it. No, we tried that.
And Baku's like, what does she have to do?
She could
what
die.
What more can she do?
That was,
hey,
that's what
I see what Tony said. Tony is right. He said, MCU movies need to take more risks, but it's too bad they always got to do it with the black folk because they ain't taking risks all over the place, but they got to mess with us.
I just have so many of Angela.
I think this really was like a proper movie. They wanted to make drama.
I don't think it was a risk.
Right.
I don't think it's a risk. I don't think that Shuri takes the step to become the Black Panther if her mom doesn't also die.
Right.
Like I don't
reason for her.
I don't think that she takes that step unless she wants to like destroy shit.
Well, she does want to destroy stuff,
right?
But
she didn't
let it burn.
It was Killmonger. I said, "Oh Lord, not him."
But that's the thing. You don't get that scene if Angela Bassett doesn't die.
That's true. Right.
That's how they earned it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's how Rod Coogler could get his boy in the movie. So
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan, whatever. Coogler guy. He's in.
Look at those arms. I'm gonna go back to the gym.
No shit.
She's serving clavicle, y'all.
Angela Bassett.
The use of gold on her this time was just amazing.
The way she read France for filth.
That was hilarious.
She is in charge.
French, boy, she checked them hard. She checked the French hard. Like, no, y'all.
Haiti. There's so much.
Bring them dudes in here. And kneel before me.
They learned that language real quick. They were like, and that means kneel. Go.
So I think we touched on the connection between the colonizing elements in what happened in Africa, what happened in South America, and that being a connecting agent for Shuri and Namor.
Cool.
Wait.
But you won't believe, y'all, how many white folk I've seen on social media say they hate what they did to Namor. They did my Namor so bad. Why they do it? What happened to Atlantis? Why they have to go over there? I'm like, y'all, it's not for y'all. It's not for y'all.
You know what? The comic book still exists. If that's what you need, you go wrap yourself in the paper and go away.
Yeah, y'all go.
So,
but
are you
their
saying
problem
that
they have an Aquaman problem? If you put out Namor as he's existed in the comics for all this time, you're going to get accused of just copying Aquaman.
True.
And, the actor's very good, but it's not Jason Momoa, so...
Yeah, DC pushed him to the wall. DC pushed him in a corner. They did.
Aquaman is whack. What I say, Jay?
Aquaman is
Aquaman. That's what I want.
Cool. Aquaman is cool.
Yes, Nemo.
Oh,
that's what I want.
Beautiful.
Oh my Lord.
That.
These were beautiful.
Woo.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then on the other coin, I saw a somewhere on social media that this guy in Mexico was saying that his culture and his mother is Mayan, and for her to go into that theater and hear her native language on screen, I mean, she was crying through the whole thing. So I mean, just that effect that we have is just that was amazing, and they should have did that. So I'm all good with it.
I don't need Atlantis. I need this.
It wasn't for some folk.
I think they were only ever blue when they were like on the surface. When they were in the water, they had their natural color.
It was brown.
Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of a metaphor in itself. Like, oh, hey, when I'm at home, I'm myself.
Okay, so he reminds me of Killmonger though, because when Killmonger said something, he meant it. When this man said something, he meant that thing. He was like, "I'm gonna come. It's not gonna be cute."
Nope.
And then he did.
And that's the thing. Their conflict wasn't really with each other. They're like, all these other people on this planet are a problem.
But then we have the plot holes. So when Thanos snapped his fingers, what happened to them?
They probably went, maybe we should find out what's happening on the surface because this is a problem.
They didn't.
Well,
they never came
Oh,
up.
how do you know they didn't?
So
We
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, they very intent on keeping their society a secret, so they might have done some spying, but I don't think they did any overt
do they
announcing
have
like,
war
hey,
dogs too? I don't think it's
I don't
kind of
think-
hard to
Why
have war
wouldn't
dogs
they?
when you
Mick,
come
I don't
to
think that's your business.
why
I don't
wouldn't
think
they?
that's in your business.
We haven't told that story yet.
No,
because I want to know what happened when Thanos went like that. You know what happened? You know,
he didn't tell us because it
Yeah,
wasn't
he
our
didn't tell
business.
It
Yeah.
was the entire.
We're on a need to know basis.
I guess so.
That was an in-house conversation, and we
You
were
lucky I
letting
even
out.
showed it to you. You
They
lucky I even showed it.
compartmentalized. Let's put that.
Right.
And then I had to check one dude talk about, their city was so dirty and so so gritty, and so I said, what?
It's
Where
literally
you come
underwater.
from? What movie were you looking at?
What dirt? Dirt in the water?
And it was dirty. It was gritty. It was a real city. I'm like,
Why are we
really?
elevating
saying
that
racist.
man's opinion?
Okay.
There's nothing to talk about with him. Except we
Okay.
need to go somewhere.
Yeah, I went toe to toe. So you know.
All right. So,
God.
the other element, colonizers, going back to the French, back to Nakia. Wait, is that it? Is that it? Is that her
Yeah.
name?
Yes, Nakia. See, it's Nakia and Miss Marvel, and now I'm confused. But
And she's in Haiti,
Mhm.
and
Haiti. That's how you say it. Haiti. What?
that's how they said it, and I
Oh.
liked it, so
Okay.
I'm
I'll
rolling with
say
it.
that. Okay. All right.
Haiti. What did you think of the use of this another real world country in this conflict?
I wouldn't know where she was when Thanos attacked. Where was she at?
She was in Haiti.
she was
She was in
there.
Haiti. Okay.
She was giving us Afro Latino. Like we was getting full Latinx culture, and I was really here for it. With the Haiti. See, thank you for spelling it that way, Tony. I needed to see it that way.
Mhm.
Haiti. Okay. All right.
And it also went back to that conversation against the French
Back to France.
and the colonizers. And
Yeah.
they were honing in on a few points. And
Yes, they were.
and then the baby's name.
Whew.
That was big.
They were putting you through the ringer with all that, but it's also right on schedule for all their Young Avengers stuff. So
Right.
Yeah, the Young Avengers are set up. They're set up. Period. It's done.
As far as Nakia being a part of this battle, because she's always sort of on the sidelines, did
Yeah.
she work in the battles?
Y'all heard her speaking that Spanish. Woo! I loved it for her. I loved it. Wait a minute.
we lost Nick.
Wasn't she
Nick, no.
speaking Spanish when she did like her little mission?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, she's speaking Spanish. Yeah.
Yes.
That made me so happy. And hearing her talk about how she never thought she was gonna get to use Spanish, I was just like, this was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up. Is my audio the only one that's all weird?
No,
Yes.
you good?
We hear you.
Everyone sounds
Ooh,
like
no.
Oh yeah.
Now I hear
Oh yeah.
robot
Yeah.
madness, but it might be coming from you as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Got you.
What are we talking about?
What was the cyborg's name that Tony and what's his name made?
Oh, Ultron.
Ultron.
Ultron. Oh.
Ultron. Yeah.
Yes.
Ultron.
Yes.
Ultron's trying to break through.
Ultron said, I got something to say.
So Nakia works.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Nakia's cool. It's cool.
All right. Now let's go back a bit.
All right.
The other element that was sort of, I felt, grounding was M'Baku.
He's so cute.
M'Baku.
So
He said he has books. Okay.
We have books. We have books. We read the books.
yeah.
I love that so much.
So what do we think about him in his new role?
He's always been a leader. Like that's what he does. He's a leader.
But yeah, he's
Yeah,
kind of doing a lot of chief advisor sort of things.
yeah.
Right.
That was more than last time. He was more involved this time. So, because he said he promised, the
T'Challa.
king. He said the king said, will you help? And he said, I'm gonna be there for you. So he was there.
Can Crystal?
Hold on. He called Clay a bald-headed demon.
And I heard that was not written. That was not scripted.
No, that was his line,
which is great.
Yes, as
But
he's
then he
coming
still
in
had her back, though, Jade.
with his carrot.
You bald-headed demon. You bald-headed demon.
When did he call her that? What was happening? I'm trying to remember because
When he came in with the carrot,
With the weird carrot, yeah, the carrot jerky,
the organic carrot.
yeah.
Yes, the organic carrot.
But then he had her back later. He was like, "Listen, like she sacrificed a lot. Like, be cool. I just love M'Baku. Like,
Right.
it's just great."
He was an advisor, but he was also sort of the grounding element for all of them. For the queen, for Shuri, he was the one that now let's use some common sense.
But he also stole every scene he was in.
Himself too. He needs a show. Just give him a show.
I would watch it.
Like in Andor, Saw needs a show in Andor and Star Wars. Give him a show. Just give these folks shows. Just give them shows.
I have mentioned Ryan Coogler's vibranium handcuffs before, and if we're going to keep those on him, they can make an M'Baku show.
Yeah.
I think Nick is having some technical difficulty.
Nick is having issues.
Oh no.
I agree with Crystal. M'Baku's is big because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, he is.
And I really agree.
And I don't know that he is as big in the comics because he was such a controversial figure in the comics.
Yeah,
they really reshaped him and his character for this movie.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what they're doing with the comics now that Winston Duke has made this character a fan favorite. I have to look into that because if he doesn't already have a series, he probably will. The comics. In the comics first.
Yeah, comics first. Yeah.
Then they'll spin it
to the comics. Yeah.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh, Ta-Nehisi Coates should write that.
And Ta-Nehisi Coates was very involved in this film too. Just watching and seeing, and Coogler let him see the film before it even went out. So Ta-Nehisi Coates was around in all this stuff. So
he did the official podcast for the movie. So
so he's been around.
Did he write some of the comics?
He did that run of the series.
Comics. Yeah, he did a series of comics. Yeah.
Yes.
Nick is back on a different device.
Nick is back on
I don't know what happened to the computer. Y'all sounded terrible. I was like, I can't do it. It was all robot-y, and I had to restart it. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Terrible.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, so we talked about M'Baku.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the big gun. Shuri.
It's her movie. It's about her anyway.
Sad.
Great
outfits, though.
Wonderful outfits.
Outfits were wonderful.
Oh,
beautiful gowns. Beautiful
all
gowns.
the stuff, and Ruth Carter did a thing again. I mean, come on,
so good.
They had to take her character from being the Q-type scientist in the lab, and no, you have to now be the focus of the action. You have to.
Crystal says.
No, I don't know.
Did you love her?
I don't know.
She's a different personality type than most of the other superheroes, and that's what's getting to people, I think. Because she had that whole conversation with her mom about how her mom experienced grief and what was taken for her to get through T'Challa's death, and she's like, "You didn't actually talk to him. You didn't see him. You just made that up for yourself. You constructed that." And her mother came right back at her. So, what did she say? When you
construct for yourself or something like that.
Yeah, does it give you joy or torment or something when you reflect on your brother? And I was like, oh, you lose some people, and that kind of line hit me harder than most of the other stuff that was happening.
Nick, what? Oh, there you go. You back.
musical.
Nick is playing.
I'm trying to be an active part of the conversation and not sound.
So Tony brings up a point. Do you think that there was black male erasure?
No.
There wasn't. They're just not the point of this movie.
No. It was a story. It was black men around. It was black men.
I actually really enjoyed that about the film. I was like, I love that this is like that there are multiple scenes where there are just black women in a Marvel film. I thought that was great. And but Shuri was just a downer. I know that Chadwick died. I know Black Panther is dead. I know her mama died.
Oh, don't say that.
The whole film was 3 hours of just heavy emotion from every single person.
Yeah.
And I was like, and there was the same conversation over and over as well. It was always like, he's gone. I can't believe he gone. I'm like, if we don't do that, can we at least have some nuance about the way in which
I'm like, that's the whole season.
I agree with the guy who's in theater. I'm with him.
But it's not the whole season of WandaVision, because WandaVision took us through the different levels of her grief through different mediums and types of film, types of entertainment. Like this was just literally like 20-minute long scenes of people sitting being like, ain't you sad? I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
Agree.
But they all dealt with it different ways, and you got to experience how each of the characters was going through it.
Oh, she got to throw that up.
I didn't have to experience it. I know we were there. We experienced it too.
Yeah, well, these people weren't just cast members; they were all friends.
I just felt like it. I don't think it did a service to the whole opening sequence to then stay in that moment for the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because then my concern, like I was like, I don't know if anybody gonna be able to save anything because everybody too damn sad. I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen.
So much of the film was about the power vacuum in Wakanda too. So you can't move on from that point.
Nick, I agree. Nick, I'm on the side as they recast.
That's what I'm saying. There felt like there was a lack of development in character because it was just sitting in sentimentality the whole time. And I don't think they should have recast T'Challa. I just think
I'm on the recast. They should have recast it.
I don't think they should have recast him. I just think that there are other ways to develop characters through grief. Like I don't think that they needed to just talk about. Like, it was very one note.
Yeah.
Yeah, she developed it in the lab. We didn't see her ever anywhere but the lab and then in battle. Like there was no other.
Because she went from denial and retreat to anger.
Like the only people that really got you more perspective than that were like M'Baku and Riri and people who weren't that close to the power structure in Wakanda, where you could get a little bit of an outsider's perspective. And if they'd had more scenes, they could have done more with Riri, I think.
Riri said, am I getting recruited? And that was funny.
That was hilarious.
I think Riri, they just set up Riri and they're going to really develop her in Ironheart. You know, Ironheart, they're going to really just blow it up in Ironheart. So, because Disney Plus is just killing it. So,
it's just a surprise you got this level of a treatise on grief from a superhero big tent movie. Just like, where is this coming from? The battles were happening, and I'm like, I care more about what Shuri's feeling than how she's beating this guy up.
Well, you know, Thor had some grief because, you know, we lost, homegirl, you know, so it was a little grief there.
Thor lost everybody.
She showed up in, you know, Valhalla, so, you know, she's still around.
Thor lost his whole family, even the brother he didn't like.
You never felt like Thor was actively going to kill someone other than Thanos.
He ate his feelings.
Well, and I also think,
Shuri, I was like, she's gonna kill somebody.
Well, we have to acknowledge that this isn't just a character dying. Like Chadwick Boseman died. Like that is the real, and that's where we start the film. And so I get it, but I feel like because of that, the film sat in this precious place the whole time, and I was like, I need some plot. I need to know what's happening. I need to fully understand why y'all have decided to fight each other when y'all aren't actually fighting each other. I just didn't get plot because they were just
why they have to fight? That could have been a 10-minute talk, and they would have been all right. You know,
That's not a movie.
That's not how things work.
Well, they could have found another way.
But this isn't. It's not like this is the longest Marvel film that's ever existed.
Yeah.
And the other movies are long, and they aren't people being sad the whole time. So, like, that's not really an argument. Like, there's, like, I think that
Doctor Strange was sad the whole time. The second movie, the whole movie. One bad, he's mad.
I didn't see that one. The visuals are creepy.
Well, and actually, Steph, that's a good point. What is the theme of Phase 4?
This is just the theme.
Grief.
Period.
Trauma and grief. That was Phase 4.
And it started with the snap.
No, it started with everybody coming back because that was when it was in a Spider-Man. Homeboy was upset that Tony was dead, you know. So yeah, it was nothing but grief, you know, grief and trauma.
It's kind of how I feel about Shakespeare. I feel like so many of the tragedies sit in like the precipice of a moment before a decision. Like they're not talking about the action that they're going to take. They're just sitting in the emotion and like pontificating on it. And I feel like that's what this film was. It was just like pontification on how sad everyone was, and not like how do we solve, how do we move forward. Like and so then when we got to the end, it was like big battle, and now we're friends. Like it was just like
we ain't friends. We ain't friends. I got 3 eyes on you. Hold on.
I mean, I know, but what I'm saying is like it was like they saved it all to the end. Then there's this giant battle, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're done with that.
But like, I think it's okay to be like they were just being, and I think we're used to Marvel movies that are doing. You got to do, and it was okay to just be. Like we just existed and had a collective moment, and like I'm okay if that's all we had. If we just had a collective,
I'm not okay
like
with that, though. I'm not okay
because this was.
We're getting more later.
This is this the last of the Phase 4 movie?
It is.
Yeah, this is it.
It is.
So I think it did what it was supposed to do. If Phase 4 if the underlying theme of Phase 4 is grief, I mean, Doctor Strange, WandaVision, Loki, Thor, like everybody is grieving. I mean, because we lost Tony, we lost Black Widow, we
Natasha,
lost
all of it.
Yeah, Loki is in some middle plane.
I want to see the OG
somewhere. Loki somewhere.
I want to see the OG script though, because I like all those other things that you say achieved it without feeling like it's set in a sentimentality space. The reason that this changed is because Chadwick died.
I would agree to that.
It was a real.
I agree with that too.
And so
I was okay with sentimentality. Like why not?
I don't have an issue with sentimentality. I just don't need it for 3 hours if that's what you're gonna give me.
It's why I agree with Jade that, you know, Raymonda's death was always in the script.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it'd been Chadwick, it would have been a third of the movie.
So Disney Plus kind of avoided that because WandaVision was kind of grief and all that. But
it was entirely
She-Hulk wasn't. And
She-Hulk was a reprieve. She was a reprieve. That was pure comedy.
Yeah, She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel was no grief, you know.
Well,
those were set up.
Yeah, that was a setup.
Yeah, I love Miss Marvel.
But also, she does some going back to. There is a bit of grief in why her family is in the U.S. in the first place.
That's partition, all of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
More colonialism. Colonialism is the thread. Okay.
And I'm surprised. I'm surprised we're getting that
everything.
kind of money behind that message from Disney. It's like it's like the low key villain of this entire movie was like white people doing stuff to us, and we don't want them here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even in what's his name? In Egypt.
Mark,
was that was homeboy
Moon Knight?
Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was tragedy too. Yeah, there was trauma. There was a lot of trauma.
And so much color.
I did not get why people liked Moon Knight that much because I
loved Moon Knight. It was cool.
I liked Moon Knight.
I
like She-Hulk. I just really didn't care about
Moon Knight was interesting storytelling. She-Hulk was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Like
the best thing in Moon Knight was the hippopotamus.
Oh my god. I keep waiting for her Funko Pop, and they're not making it. I keep looking like every month, like, are they going to make it?
That
Because
was
I want
wild.
her.
That was wild.
That was great.
Yeah, I love her. Okay, so the end of phase 4, dealing with grief. What is phase 5 going to be?
Craziness, because you got Kang coming. You got Kang.
It's gonna be fine.
No, it ain't all. Oh God, Jesus.
Yeah, like this is the first time you notice they cast outrageously fit people for these roles.
Yeah, there's like no body fat happening in the MCU right now. I'm like, what are we doing?
But Kang is gonna be a mess because he's gonna come crazy all over the place. Yeah.
Are the Midnight Angels gonna be somewhere? Because I want to see them, like Crystal. I want to see them.
Yeah,
well, the Midnight Angels are in the book.
Tony said She-Hulk is the only one who's had therapy.
That is true. That is true.
That feels accurate. That feels accurate.
Mm-hmm.
She went in that yurt too, and so she got like touch feelings in the yurt.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Grant told me about the Midnight Angels and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a bunch of them, though. It's not just 2; it's a bunch of them because they went up against Wakanda one time and fought the Black Panther. So
Okoye in the comics is not one of the Midnight Angels.
No, that she's not.
So they've changed that story a little bit, and that's fine.
So people are saying that M'Baku, what's his real name? I can't remember right now.
Winston Duke.
Winston Duke. People are saying that he is like a representation of like thick men, and I just need us to define as a people what that means because I don't like he has like what he doesn't represent me. That's not.
He don't represent me at all.
I mean, he's the best. He's thick.
I mean, he's thick with a Q, but like not.
Yeah. Well, thick is a wide. It's wide. So we're like, the whole depth of thick.
See, but as a person that's thick with a CK, I'm offended by that because my thick has not been embraced the way that his thick has been. So I think we should address that.
Like by whom? Because some of us out here like ultra thick.
I understand. But I'm just saying, like,
as a culture.
Right. Like, if we're going to talk representation, like.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, so Crystal said he's big and tall. He's not chubby, but he's thick.
With a double C, right.
Right. Yes.
I want somebody in the MCU with a little jiggle.
Okay, who's the black guy in Eternals? Oh, what?
From Atlanta.
The guy from Atlanta.
Oh, the guy from Atlanta. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So is he thick?
The Eternals that's gone. They're not going to mess with the Eternals no more.
You're allowed to be out of shape if you're the 7th person on the superhero team. Okay, you can't run the show.
He's the smart one.
He's the smart one. He's the inventor.
He's the smart one, which means he's not the funny one. He's not the sarcastic one. He's
but
not the angry
somebody
one.
threw out. He's
not the empathetic one.
But did the Eternals, make kind of create and make the scene or make the development of Namor? Did they do that? Did the Eternals do that? So, they kind of threw that out there.
Oh, because of what they did with the thing that is really is really a robot thing, but it's in the earth, but people don't know what it is really, and it affected.
No. They said that that plant that was supposed to, the vibranium was supposed to be only in Wakanda. So how'd that plant get way over there? So they said the Eternals might have did that.
I think when they were disrupting stuff. I'm just
it could have been. But,
somebody just threw that out there.
It's Marvel; they can do whatever they want.
That's true.
But I don't see them pivoting that direction because I don't see them doing more Eternals things.
No, they're not gonna do.
Not very many.
I didn't mind the Eternals.
I didn't hate it, but
I did. Wrong. I liked it better than She-Hulk.
What? What is your deal with She-Hulk? What? I thought She-Hulk was fun.
Did we like Michaela Cole in Wakanda Forever? She was the one that had the two daggers that were made of gold.
I am sad that means that she will not be Storm.
No, I don't want her to be Storm.
Well, who do we want to be Storm?
Well,
Yetidi Badaka.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not what I thought you were saying at first, but cool.
Again, my first choice for Storm
Because who was the
was
young
playing
lady?
Queen
Who
Ramonda,
was the
and it was
lady
also 20 years
in
too
a
late.
Nope? Who was Nope? The sister.
Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer was to be Rogue. She was trying to run around.
Let her do it.
Let her be
I'm
Rogue.
officially
yes
on the bandwagon for that idea.
She can be Rogue.
Do it.
I don't mind
do
that
it
at
today. Announce the casting.
Yes.
Let the white people get all upset.
Give it
be
to
over it
her.
by the time we get to the X-Men.
Bring her with she can be Rogue all day long.
I can hear her screaming already when she touches. I can hear her when she's touching people screaming already that she is Rogue. It's perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any other character that we missed?
No, that's about it.
What's his name wasn't there?
Who?
Because he was doing Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he was in prison because they mentioned him that you're going to
go visit him.
You know, she's going to be in prison with her husband.
They had a little civil war, and things were said.
Now his father was there. You know, the father of the river. I mean, was that the River Clan or whatever? He was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was there.
What?
Any other character that we missed?
Certain rhinos were charged. We don't need to go back there.
I'm still disappointed. You know, the new Captain America didn't fly in there and say, "We got
you." Why do you want someone else in Wakanda's business?
Every character in every film, Mick. Like
I wanted to at least War Machine. War Machine could have came up in there
again.
Why?
Mick,
Bring the black folk in.
What I said about the Telecon people, and that wasn't none of our business. This wasn't anybody else's either.
I mean, Mick, they were having to keep the entire existence of Namor and his people a secret. Do you think they're going to let War Machine in there?
No,
he works for the government.
The first one
works for the
on
colonizer government.
Right.
Government.
So circling back to the U.S. government, because Crystal had a question about like the U.S. looking bad, and they are correct. Like if we had some vibranium, we would be acting.
Oh my God! If the U.S. had vibranium, the world would not exist.
They said that.
That's what Val said. She was like, "Yeah, I would destroy everything."
Val said,
like, "I dream about it
every day,
without any remorse."
Val always said, "I was dreaming about that every day."
That was such a good line because it's like this tells you exactly who that character is.
Well, she's a great actor anyway. So I mean, shoot, that woman now.
But it also gives you their entire perspective on what the U.S. would be.
Well,
in a land of superpowers.
They said they wanted
what
to
it is.
attack Wakanda. They said, "Well,
I said in a land of superpowers."
That he wanted to attack Wakanda. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay.
We already doing stuff without vibranium, so.
Yeah.
They take it up to 11 or 12. Like, all right. Yeah. If there were superpowers, we'd have to have some. If you're making super soldiers, we're gonna make some.
Well, I mean, we already did.
We're gonna keep trying.
Right.
Okay, Jay, you asked the question. The only other minor character that I feel like she gets a shout is the little kid who plays Cuckoo. Like when he's burying his mom. That scene was like that was so well acted. That little dude was like, it was fire. Like I appreciate that moment.
He's not just playing a kid, he's also playing Namor, who's like basically ageless, so he's hundreds of years old at that point, and it's like, yeah.
So like trying to do that in like a kid body, like that was impressive.
And then like, who are these people? Just get rid of them. I think
he just walked in and like, what's going on here? What's happening? What happened?
Right.
I'm trying to my mama. What's up?
I had
this
flashbacks.
is what you was talking about this whole time. This is what you wanted to come back to.
I had flashbacks to that scene in American Gods when the Nazis on the ship with the slaves.
Oh yeah.
Burn it down. Yeah.
But I think that scene was just, I mean, nothing can touch that scene. You know, nothing.
If you haven't seen American Gods, the first
that
season,
was the scene there.
Just the first season. And then you'll see Yetiti Badaki.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. We talked about costumes last time. We talked about music.
Great.
We talked about cultural response and Chadwick. We talked about representation. Anything else besides does it work for you or not?
It's a mixed bag for me. It's a mixed bag.
I got all the information that I needed, I think, to move forward eventually. But I feel like it was just heavy. It was just a heavy movie.
It was heavy.
I think people were surprised by how heavy they were willing to go, and that this is what this movie was about, because the first one felt so much more like a celebration, and this was like a celebration of life, and we'd like to be. It's like, can I at least get to the reception after the funeral where we've got like chicken and we're debating?
There was no repast. There was no repast.
That's what I needed, a repast. We could have done that for the last half hour. But yeah, I actually did enjoy it, and I've given it more thought. And I don't see all the plot holes Mick does.
I see a ton.
Well, he just has questions he wants answers.
He just wants answers, and he wants every superhero in every movie.
God dang it right. What's wrong? If they can come in for Thanos, they can come in to help Wakanda.
Look. This is the entree. You want the charcuterie plate? Go away.
I want it.
He wants the charcuterie, the first course, the second course,
Cthulhu,
the third course, the dessert, the after dessert coffee.
You want the chef's table treatment. Like, there are 14 dishes.
Yeah.
The cigar.
You will be eating this dinner for 4 hours.
That because he likes it. Like, they're giving me another Ant-Man and Wasp, and I don't care at all. I don't care. Like, I don't.
That's you.
I don't want it.
You just sit down on that one, and we'll watch that. We'll watch it. We'll watch it.
But you have to watch it.
I'm saying there's like something for everyone.
But you have to watch it, Stephanie.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
That's where we get our Kang.
I'm gonna watch Kang. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna watch it, but am I gonna go to it in costume? No, that's not that movie.
No,
that movie. No.
Okay, are we ready to score?
Let's do it.
Oh,
okay.
Here we go.
Let's start with Marcus, and you have assigned your tag says M'Baku 2024.
It does, because right at the end of the movie, he challenges for control of Wakanda, and you know what?
He does.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be the role of Black Panther. You can separate out rules the country, defends the country. It's fine.
Yeah.
So they kind of left that open. Do you think they're going to introduce it? Are they going to introduce a challenger at that point? The next time we pick up with Wakanda?
Nope.
Somebody coming for M'Baku? It wouldn't be Shuri, because she's very much not interested.
No.
She's not in the place she should be ruling Wakanda.
They still call her princess.
I mean, you got to keep up with the changes. It's very tough. Just like, they ain't gonna just call her queen the same day. Like, oh, hey, hi. I know you're still burying your mom and stuff, but we got tax questions.
Matter of fact, where do they take they beam up the coffins? Where the coffins go?
That's
none of our business, man.
That's not for everybody.
You know what? They take them.
Really?
They take them all the way to the DC universe.
I want to know.
For Superman's Fortress of Solitude, they just bury him under there. That's for you.
Where they go? Do they go to the the vibranium and they just bury him in the vibranium? What they do?
I see some really good comments in the comment section that I'm going to come back to.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if you saw those.
Yes, but we're going to go ahead and score, and then we'll go Marcus, and then Nick, and then Mick, and Stephanie, and then myself, and then we'll go to a couple questions before we get out of here. Okay, Marcus.
Okay. My personal score is a 4. I have been through some deep personal losses, and I'm kind of an analytical person in the way Shuri is. Like, the way I had to get through my grief was to like quantify it, and that's I see a lot of what she was doing, but she also had the ability to make herself super powered and go directly after the people that caused her grief. So I was like, okay, I can see what they're doing with this character. I don't think people are going to go for it, but I get it. And yeah, I enjoyed the movie, but not like I I didn't like enjoy the movie the same way I do most superhero movies. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
in the same spirit, not in the same vein. It was a lot of grief, and you could tell that Ryan Coogler was like legitimately friends with Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
and this
yeah.
movie is just him and the entire cast just going all out, showing, yeah, okay, this hurt us deep, and the community's hurt deep, so they put that on display. A little too long, but it's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 4.
Okay. Nick.
3.87. Too long, too sad.
It's a very precise score.
Okay.
Could they have gotten to a 3.9 with you? What would they have had to done? Just trim another 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Cut one of the monologues. It was just
okay.
Too long, too sad.
Okay. Mick.
Well, as a person that loves the totality of the MCU, everything of it,
Canon.
Huh? What?
The canon. Go ahead.
Canon. Yes, the canon. Black folk need to get with canons now. Get with the canons. It's not everything just one, But anyway, since I love the whole thing, I got questions. I see plot holes. So out of all that, I just give it a 3.
Do you see plot holes or opportunities? Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
Well,
Stephanie.
it's some opportunities, but it's a lot of plot holes. So yeah, I just give it a 3.
Okay. Steph.
Okay, I'm the only 5 in the room, and that's fine because I feel like what we've come out of after the pandemic is like people having grief, and this space for Black people to like show emotion and have grief and let that be a thing that is also part of us, like the gentleness, the hardness, the softness, the tears. I was here for all of that. The story was good to me.
Watch
the arms, the hot pants. I loved all of it.
No, that is not the same.
That's
thing.
no.
That's what you look for. Watch Soul Food.
No.
Watch Holiday Heart.
Oh. Anyway, you
I
gave
did not
it a
interrupt
5.
your thing. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
I want to say 5, but I was so emotional. I'm just going to say 4.5. I might go back. I can't go back right now. I just lost my mama. So it was all very, very heavy.
I'm like, we need to call Jade. I hope she didn't go to this movie by herself.
No,
yeah,
I didn't.
Actually, Jade, that's what we were saying in Dallas. We were saying that in Dallas.
It was heavy. It was a lot. But
the minute I saw it, I was worried. I was like, oh.
No, it was good. It was good. There were tears, and I sat for a long time. There were people in the theater that were like, Jade? And I was like, yeah, I'm all right. But, it was a good story for me. It was a good story. I have the comics from this Black Panther run. Not this one, but the Midnight Angels and the conflict and all of that. So I was happy to see those things. I know who Namor is. See, I said Namor because that's what he said.
He ain't your that's for his enemies.
I know, but I still
don't want to be an enemy.
I know.
Yeah, come on, man.
And he's he predates Aquaman. See, I couldn't remember what it was.
Aquaman is whack.
But I appreciate what Ryan Coogler did in changing the whole story.
Yeah, I do.
And bringing in another group of people. He didn't have to do it.
No, he did not.
Didn't have to do it. But
they did it. By all accounts, he did a great job.
Another group of people that have not been represented in this way, and allowed them to speak a language that has not been spoken.
Yes.
And for our ears, there's lots of, Spanish television around the world, but for us that watch, the MCU and mass market things that are geared towards American and English speakers, not for us.
Yeah.
So, and it means something when you put that on the screen. And for actors that are from Mexico and areas around to be able to speak in their own accent and not have to change.
That's a 5 right there.
Yes. That's not a 5, but
that's why it's 3.87.
That's why I get
guys. I'm going up to 4.5 because like they actually hired cultural consultants and they put in the work.
They did.
And it's a superhero movie.
But I totally agree with everything Jade said. I mean, that part right there, I mean, it makes this movie very special. So yeah, I totally agree with that.
Okay, there was a question by, I'm not sure how to say your name, but I know how to say LaFleur.
Because it goes right there.
The good point that the reality of intercultural disharmony.
Because we haven't done the work. Like, we're all like silent and are like, our thing was bad. Our thing was bad. And I'm like, we were colonized by the same people at the same time, using the same tactics. Y'all, we can get this together.
Right.
We can do this work together.
And
we are not the enemy.
And that they figured it out together without having an outside colonizer be the thing that makes them come together. I like that because that's not the easy thing.
Yeah, they just almost killed each other.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they almost killed each other.
Like, that's so much better that they almost killed each other.
Better.
2-minute talk. They just could have 2-minute talk. That's it. 2-minute talk.
They were never going to be 10 minutes. He's not a 10-minute kind of person. He's never really done diplomacy before, especially high pressure.
I mean, we got Civil War in the first Black Panther, though. Like,
he tried diplomacy.
He really did, though.
He flew up, and was like, "We will wreck your shit if you don't just like work with us."
Well, his terms were very clear, but also
bring me the scientist so I can kill her, and then I'll leave y'all alone, and don't talk about me.
Yeah, but
that's the other thing.
She said, "We're not gonna let you kill a black girl."
No, we're not gonna let you kill a black girl.
They never called her a black girl either. I love that. Like,
yeah,
right.
But they never even. They were like, we found the student. They never named that she's black, and they're just like, we'll bring her here. And I'm just like, no one was surprised if she was black when they showed up. I was like, I love
how very different Riri is from all of the Wakandans. She's just American.
She's very
American.
She's very American.
I mean, could you kind of tell she kind of got a little Tony in her in the way she was acting? So,
Shuri punched that thing when she first gets in power. She's like, "Y'all got any more of that?" Yeah, crazy people after me. I know you got more. I seen it. Are we passing out shots? Can I get some?
Yeah, some good lines. She and M'Baku, they had.
I love when she
brought the
mentioned
levity.
When she mentioned the old things, like she was mentioning like the movies. She's like, this never happened. She talked about Beauty and the Beast, the Harrison Ford. Like that was all. Like she's just so American. It was funny to me.
She was throwing out all Disney.
It wasn't that. That was funny.
Am I being recruited? Will live with me forever.
Right. Am I being? Yes.
I'm being recruited. No.
Okay, so if
you're in your dorm room,
if you're in the chat, what was your score? I see Tony. You gave it a 4. Anybody else? While we get ready to land out of here, put your scores in the chat. I think this has been a wonderful conversation. Part 2. I'm not sure if we're going to be talking about Andor.
That's sad. That's a sad thing.
Talk about Andor.
How many episodes are in Andor? How many more?
We got one more. This is the final one's coming up Wednesday.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What?
It dropped today.
It what?
Ooh.
Brad!
Stop it.
What?
You don't get the alerts on your devices?
I did not get that kind of alert.
I didn't get that alert.
Yeah. Okay.
Monday. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
But it's a holiday weekend. Okay.
All right.
So we've got a 4.
So we just have to be able to have watched this when we get to our families. Be like, hey, did you see it? Did you see it?
After this, we are watching it.
I'm going to be watching it as well.
Andor is the adult Star Wars that we never asked for, but we finally got.
It's so intense. I'm having a hard time. Like it feels so high stakes every scene. I'm just like,
well,
it's good. It's real good.
I'm enjoying it.
It's
we will discuss We will discuss when we're going to talk about Andor. It will have to be very, 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 very soon because next Monday we are taking a break.
Yes. Yes.
Why is that? No.
I'll be in the ocean looking
She
for
gonna be floating, y'all.
Namor.
With my man.
With what? Really?
She's gonna hear the siren song.
He's gonna be flying.
Picking up shells.
Like,
Yeah.
floating in.
Okay.
My goodness.
Marcus, you have anything going on? Tell us where we can find you.
Yeah, you can currently find me on the disaster site that's Twitter until I find someplace else to be.
The Hive
The
one.
currently nuclear disaster that is Twitter. I'm at Marcus Ross and at Waterbear Games. Probably those things might find if I can convince myself to sign up for what is the one? Mastodon?
The Hive.
Like I'm the frickin' Black Ranger. Mastodon! No, I don't want to do this.
Black
I don't want
Planet.
to do it. I don't want to do it.
Nick, where can we find you?
NickWickham.com. That'll give you all the things. If you are in Chicago or would like to take a trip to Chicago, you can see the 20-Sided Tavern, which I'm the resident director for. It's a Dungeons and Dragons inspired live interactive improv show. It sounds exactly like it is. The audience actually chooses the adventure. You get to vote live. You get to choose characters. You get to choose what path we take. The show is different every single night. So if you are in Chicago or if you can make it to Chicago, check out 20-Sided Tavern at the Broadway Playhouse now through January 15th.
I was just about to ask how long that's running because I'm not getting to Chicago before the snow falls.
You should come Friday, the day after Thanksgiving.
That would be tough. How are you doing that?
That's tough.
I'll
would
be
be
there.
tough.
Okay, Mick.
Well, as you know, me and my lovely wife Starla, we have a little YouTube channel, and I do mean little. We do some things. We talk about board gaming. Want to bring more Black folk and people of color. We want to bring everybody in to play some games, and we are called Our Family Plays Games. So come check us out on YouTube. We're all over the social media. We'll probably get off the disaster called, that place called Twitter. So we might be on the Hive soon. So just letting you know. But we're all over the place. Check us out. We want you to play some games. Yes.
Did you just say that your channel with over 20,000 subscribers is little?
What are you talking about? You're famous.
I mean, that's a lot.
We're little.
Where's your Discord?
Actually,
you got a Discord yet? Get a Discord.
21 now.
They do have a Discord.
Oh, I'm not on the Discord. How come I don't have the Discord?
No, we're not on Discord yet. No.
Yes,
we're on Discord, but we're going to have a Discord channel soon. Grant is working on all that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
Grant's working on all that stuff. Yeah.
Bring him into frame for accountability. I want to know.
Steph.
I'm nowhere. All I need for Nick to do is say the name of Tammy Ray's play again for me, and where folks can find it.
The play that Tammy Ray directed in Omaha for the Great Plains Theater Company is called Goose. Yesterday was actually the last performance. So,
no.
But while I have the mic again, I do want to say that if you were in the holiday spirit, you can check out my Christmas EP.
Yes.
Merry Christmas from my closet to yours.
He's in the closet,
available wherever you listen to music.
Yes.
And Jay.
I was wondering if you were going to do that. The House of Afros, Capes, and Curls, afroscapescurls.com. We are on social media. We do have a Twitter for now. But if you're looking for me, I no longer have a Twitter account. So that's all I know.
So where you at?
I'm on here.
And?
That's really it.
Okay. Well,
she's not really on Instagram, really.
Jade really doesn't do social media.
The
house does social media. Jade really.
We're everywhere.
Although I will be uploading pictures to my IG, so
please do.
Yes,
I refuse to learn Instagram because
Instagram's fine.
There are like 5 ads for every 4 pieces of stuff.
Come on.
What is this?
Come on.
No, it's not fine.
Marcus, that's living in the here.
Capitalism.
That's everything.
I flat refuse.
Also, learning Instagram means learning how to press post. post. Like it's not. You'll be like, I can't learn it. I'm gonna need you to.
It's not that I can't learn it. I just can't keep up with it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not reading through all those ads. There's no alternative way to interact with it.
Look at the pictures.
It's all ads.
It's the lowest maintenance one ever.
Oh, it's terrible.
We've got Marcus use vacation days. Let's not push him. Let's not.
That's fair. That's fair. We haven't had that conversation lately.
He's used some vacation days, y'all.
Right. So let's just be happy with what we got. Thank you, Marcus. You got that nice white outfit last week. He using his PTO.
Yes. We had him in Dallas for almost a whole week, so it was good times. Good times.
I was there the whole week, actually.
The whole week.
10 days off in a row. It was
wow.
10 days, y'all. He was there.
You should never have that many stacked up.
You got more.
Nick.
Okay.
We're doing this again?
Nick.
No, we're not doing this again.
I'm sorry.
He's doing
good job, Marcus.
Look, I have the entire week after Christmas and like the entire first 10 days of January all together. I'm being out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm going on a cruise.
You going on a cruise, y'all?
Wow. We have actually unleashed a monster. Now he's
we have, Nick. Yes, we have.
He had 3 days off and he was like, what have I been missing?
Still have more time than that, and my time carries over into January, so I'm gonna roll over and get more time. So it's not like I still have a lot of PTO.
Well, on that note, we are going to go, but I did want to say to have a happy Thanksgiving. And I am thankful for Stephanie and Mick and Nick and Marcus and everyone that is a part of the LXN family. And thank you so much for being a part of our family this evening and talking about Wakanda Forever. And anything else?
It was Thanks-taking, but yeah, everything you said was beautiful.
Be safe, y'all.
I know. Steph's face was like, she didn't like that. She didn't like that.
Why?
Like my brain is just like it's really anti-colonizer in this moment. I'm like Thanksgiving. Like I love it.
But I just said I'm thankful for you.
And I appreciate it. I loved it. We love you
That
back.
has nothing to do with turkey and dressing.
Thank you for making the space for us. We appreciate it.
Definitely an undertaking.
We did it together.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you again, hopefully soon, to talk about Andor. Because then
y'all watch that, y'all.
I'll be looking for a Kuulkan.
No.
I keep saying it wrong. Kuulkan. There you go.
Yeah.
Check out Salt. Y'all go check out Salt because we're at war.
All right. Good night, everybody.